Hey guys, Cronin here. I gotta find a new intro because I really don't want to sound like old me. Anyway, today I'm going to be reacting to the Mandalorian song Find a Way Home by NerdOut. So again, I'm gonna emphasize this again. This is major spoilers for Mandalorian. If you haven't finished the series, please click away now. Alright? If you stay, this is not my this is can't think of the word, but if you stay, any spoilers that happen, that's your fault at that point, alright? Not my responsibility that you stayed and got spoiled. Alright? Alright. Now, again, like for the WandaVision. That's it. The WandaVision. Like with the one excuse me. Like burps. No editing. Let's go. Anyway, uh like with the WandaVision. Why am I all burpy all of a sudden? This is not good for a starting of a video. Like with the WandaVision video the other day, I did not see I did not see this song when it first came out because I was in the middle of the series and I was not caught up. So, I'm seeing this for the first time, as is with every video on this channel, for the time being at least. Again, you know what? I don't know, it's probably just depending on video. But basically, the majority, for basically every single video on this channel, as is for basic first time watching, you get what I mean now, hopefully. Anyway, so I really like Mandalorian. It was a really good addition. There was some problems I had with it, but they kind of ironed them out in season 2. I learned that the Star Wars universe doesn't happen in that much of a time span. I grew up thinking like the whole going from, because it's like 3 different generations. Like I know you can have I know like there's 3 different generations can live at a time. Grandparents, parents, and children. And I know the children can become adults and grandparents can still live. But I never really thought about the fact that it happens in only like 30 years time. Sorry about the yelling. But from Clone Wars to Mandalorian, that's only 30 years. About 30 to 40 years. I didn't think that blew my mind. I didn't think, because like I always thought it was it always felt like such a bigger time jump, whatever. Because between 3 and 4 is 18 years. And by the end of between 4 and 6, that's like two. Was he 20 or I forget if Luke ended the trilogy as 20 or 24, something along those lines. It was 2 to 5 years or whatever. So it was big jump. But like I never thought about the fact between Clone Wars and Mandalorian was only 30 years. So when the original Mandalorians, which the problem I had with the Mandalorians was the whole can't take off the helmet shit. It's like, why? Why can't you take off the helmet? And there was also, why aren't you on Mandalore? Which we find out in season 2 with the original Mandalorians from the Clone Wars, from the I forgot what her sect was called, what her clan was called. Basically, the Duchess's sister shows up in Mandalorian, if you don't remember, and she takes off her helmet, which makes the Mandalorian go like, why you can't do that? It's like, you're not Mandalorian. She is Mandalorian. Your culture, she comes from Mandalore. So, but like, anyway, but yeah, when she showed up, I was like, she looks familiar. And she said her name, Bo-Katan, and I'm like, what? That can't be. I looked it up. Sure enough, the age, it works. It just blew my mind. But yeah. So they answered some of my problems in season 1 and season 2, but there's still some problems I had with it, but overall, loved it. The only thing they didn't answer is where did Grogu come from? Baby Yoda, as most people know him. My dad and I had a theory based on the timing of everything. There is a high enough chance. There is a high enough chance that he is Yoda's and Yaddle's baby. If you don't know who Yaddle is, there was another one of Yoda's species in episode 1. In episode 1, there was another one of Yoda's species on the council. It was a female. Her name was Yaddle. You can look this up. Anyway, Baby Yoda's 50 years old, right? Episode 1 to Mandalorian. That's 50 years. You don't see Yaddle on the council anywhere except in episode 1. So our theory was that Grogu is actually Baby Yoda. Yaddle and Yoda. Yaddle gets pregnant. It would be a little weird because it has to be born during that movie. Or like right after it or something. But our theory is that Yaddle gives birth to Grogu. And from Yoda. Yoda and Yaddle do thing because Jedi can. They can have attachments. Like they can't start a family. But they can fuck. And Yoda probably fucked. But probably Yaddle and Yoda probably did it, and then Grogu. And Yaddle's probably taking care of Grogu because it was her child. And I know they're not supposed to have attachments, but they did, and they probably kept it secret. So, which is probably why Luke having which is probably why Anakin having children was not like a big shock. It was a shock to them, but it wasn't as big of a shock. Yoda wasn't like get rid of the baby. No, Yoda was accepting of the babies. So maybe Yoda had a child, and that was Grogu. Anyway, I spent 7 minutes theorizing. We should probably get to the point of the video, which is the song. Sorry, I'm such a nerd. Let's just get on. I'm gonna have to put like another thing in the comments to where it all starts. I'm sorry. Let's just go. Nerd Out again. Check their video out. Make sure to give them love and support because they deserve it for this video. I haven't seen it yet, but they work hard on it. They deserve support.
Sands are shifting. Do I walk it all the same? Am I drifting through this personality? Every step I'm taking points my armor towards a cautious path. But this ship ain't turning back, so bring it on.
That beat drop.
Feel it in my bones. This search for something more. I'm broken cold. The only way I know.
Oh yeah, so Ahsoka I love who they've casted. I've seen her in other shows, The Defenders Timeline. She's a really good actress. She definitely fit Ahsoka. That looks like older I can't speak. Older Ahsoka. Also, Ahsoka also blew my mind because I didn't think she'd be able to. Never really thought about how her living that long, but she does. The only thing that throws me off is she jumped into a time. Wait, in Rebels she jumped into a time door or something, right? I don't remember. It's been like 2 years, 3 years since I saw Rebels. But she walked into a time door or something, didn't she? She went. I don't remember what happened to her. Well, I don't know, but the actress fit the part perfectly, in my opinion. Oh yeah, and the white lightsaber thing. I didn't like that. That didn't. I know she had a yellow lightsaber originally. She had a white and a yellow. So I don't know why one of them turned white, so they're both white, because that doesn't fit. Also, why is he bringing a Jedi to a gray Jedi? She's not part of the Jedi anymore. She goes in, but she's in the in between. She's like the gray Jedi. If you don't know what the gray Jedi is, they're basically they follow the teachings of both of them. It's not like it's kind of like Mace Windu with his Kanan fighting, where Mace Windu uses the dark side to his advantage in his fights, which is why his lightsaber is purple, red, and blue. If you didn't know, also because Samuel L. Jackson wanted a purple lightsaber, but they were able to put it in the lore why it's purple, and it was really nice. But anyway, so yeah, so it's kind of like his fighting there, but they do it all the time. So they dip into the dark and they dip into the light. They're like the balance. They're the middle. So where, what was it? It was where there is peace. Where there's peace, where there's chaos, there is peace. Where there is harmony, there is sacrifice. I don't remember the Great Code much. I don't. I used to have all three memorized, but I don't know. But yeah, they're both sides. They're called the Gray Jedi. They usually use like a white or a yellow lightsaber, and that's what Ahsoka was. That's what she became. So I don't know why he was bringing Grogu to her, but he did, and it worked out. So
Planets changing with no telling where to go. Trust is dangerous, so we're moving on our road. Every shot I'm making points my armor towards a cautious path. But there's a fire behind the mask, so bring it on. I feel it in my bones. This search for something more. I'm broken cold. The only way I know this life I'm fighting for.
okay. Speaking of characters that came back, sorry, I'm doing it during the chorus, but um, Boba Fett. Don't know how I feel about that. Like you can't escape the why can't I remember what it's called? You can't escape it though. The thing he fell into, you can't escape it. It's a giant stomach, and I guess you're like digested for thousands of years. So he could have, and he had a jetpack, so he might have flown out. But no, he. They said it dropped on this, unless he dropped it on the sand and they found. I don't remember. They probably talked about it in the show. I don't remember. It was like been a couple months, but um, yeah. I don't know. I don't. It probably made sense when I watched it, but yeah, I don't think Sarlacc pit. That's how my brain works. That's for sure. Don't remember randomly later on. It's gonna be like Sarlacc pit. That also didn't make sense, but yeah, you get what I mean. Let's continue. Oh yeah, and then Luke coming in at the end. That was cool. I really like that. But like literally the entire time, I'm like, it came in on the X-wing. I was like, it's Luke. My family, wait, we may not know that. He had a green lightsaber. It's Luke. They're like, wait, we may not know that. I saw his hand was black. One of his hands was black because it was cut off. I'm like, it's Luke. And they're like, yeah, it's Luke. And then he also reenacted a scene from Rogue One where Darth Vader comes into this small hallway and and it's smoky and everything, and he gets shot and he's just swinging his sword, blocking it all, and just kills everything. And Luke does it in this show where he comes in and he pulls in his lightsaber. He's getting shot by droids, yada yada yada, kill kill kill, and yeah, like father like son. And it's Luke, and then and it's like this long thing of like, yeah, it's Luke, and then you get to the thing. It's like he opens up his hood. It's like, they expected you to go like, oh, it's Luke. I didn't know. It's like, yep, I guessed it. But yeah, I liked it. But now it makes you think that he probably brought Grogu back to whatever Jedi camp thing he was running. And if you don't remember what happened what the story was in episode 8, I think is where you find out. Kylo killed them all. So Grogu's dead. Oh, I like when they sit like that.
Every fight I'm diving deeper in this war of right and wrong.
If you can't tell, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, and it's even worse with Marvel, I think.
But I'm right where I belong, so bring it on. I feel it in my bones. This search for something more. I'm broken cold, the only way I know. This life I'm fighting for.
Oh yeah, and the girl that goes with Boba Fett, I don't remember who she was, but the actress plays Melinda May from Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., a show my dad and I really like. And immediately when she popped up, my dad and I were like, yeah, she fits that role. Oh, that part there reminded me. We never learned why they were trying to create Force users. I mean, like, we can assume, but you never know. We never figured out. There was a lot of unanswered questions in this show. Just pointing out. Speaking of Star Wars shows, I'm sorry I keep pausing it. I just go on rants, but I can't help it. I'm such a big Star Wars nerd. But speaking of Star Wars shows, I still really want them. I know the Solo story didn't do so well, but it's because you made it like episode 2. You made it to only like lead into a TV show. Clone Wars did well. Episode 2 did not. Shouldn't that tell you that the show that Solo story led into, whatever it was gonna be called, the one about Darth Maul, don't you think that might have actually done well? I still want to see that show. It might be another Clone Wars type show where it's like, and by that I mean really good. Episode 2 was shit, but it was a movie that was setting up Clone Wars, and Clone Wars did amazing. A Solo Story was a movie that was trying to set up whatever show they were gonna do, but because it did bad, they didn't make the show. But for all they know, they could have had another Clone Wars on their hands. Sorry, I'm just a little annoyed that they never went into that show, because I want more of Darth Maul. Darth Maul is cool. No, that was the end of the song anyway.
What's up, guys?
Alright. I know I paused a lot, but I like that song. That was a good one. I might add that, actually. I might add that. This is a 20-minute episode, because I was on a rant for half of it, so that's great. I probably should leave you guys off here, not get into any more rants, but if you would like to get into more Star Wars talks with me, actually, you can go ahead. I have a Twitter and an Instagram, and I don't mind if you want to DM me on there. We can talk, we can chat, we can discuss our favorite Star Wars stuff. Even if you want to do Marvel, I'm good with Marvel too. Maybe some kid shows, like kid cartoons, some stuff that I've seen, like Adventure Time or Gravity Falls or Star vs. Evil, stuff like that. Any of those shows, Owl House, Amazing World Gumball, just basically any kids cartoons, maybe stuff I've seen, or maybe and well, the only anime I've seen is Star Blazers. So if you want to talk Star Blazers, the only anime I've ever seen, you can go ahead. Just basically, if you want to talk, again, just want to put this down because the whole Star Wars thing. If there's anything you want to talk, just add me on Instagram or Twitter and message me. I'm good, or even go on my Discord and we can talk there too. Or you can DM me on Discord. Go to the Discord server, DM me on, and then DM me from there. That's good too. I don't mind. I'm open to talk about anything. Just be warned, I might talk your ear off, or well, type your ear off. I might get into huge rants if we start talking about stuff that I like. So just warn there, but feel free to do that. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys off here, and I'll see you next time. Peace.